Here we go. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. Christ is King. And welcome to episode 236, your favorite D-list actor, coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona, where it's been in the 80s for at least 5 days now. The weather is absolutely incredible. And you know me, hang out in the backyard with the puppies. It doesn't get much better than that. And great weather means, I had to go for a run this week. I ran on Tuesday. Smooth sailing. It was a very slow run because I haven't ran in 2 weeks, but got through, no pain, which was nice. I don't like when my back goes out, when I'm running. All the other workouts were great. I didn't work out yesterday. I also didn't obviously film yesterday. Wifey got a pinched nerve in her neck. So I thought I would spend a little bit more time with her, and I'd do the show today randomly in the afternoon. And here we are. Yay. Also yesterday, funny enough, Shannon's in the house. What's up? From Michigan. Yesterday we started our caffeine. We're doing a cleanse, I guess, or fast. That's it, a fast. So I haven't had caffeine in 48 hours. And early this morning I got a migraine, and I currently have a headache, which is I didn't realize that. I'm slightly addicted to caffeine. I think I might be. Definitely do not like it. But hey, it's good to do. Oh, that's right. Hey, everybody. Shannon has a new granddaughter, new grandbaby. Check out the pictures up on if you follow her on Facebook or on Insta, go check them out. Absolutely beautiful gift from God, an absolute angel, and you got to check her out. She is so adorable and beautiful. We got two watching live on this absolutely gorgeous Saturday. You can hear my dogs barking right now because Chase is going downstairs. If I have anything on my mouth or my teeth, I apologize. I was in the middle of eating my peanut butter sandwich and wash it down with my glass of raw milk because, like I said, I just need anything for the headache, anything that can possibly help the headache. Because wow, no caffeine, a lot rougher. I thought this was going to be easy. I was like, bro, I can go 4 days with no caffeine or 3 full days with no caffeine, whatever. This is going to be a breeze. Negative Ghost Rider. But the good thing is, other than my allergies want to act up right now, is that the diet, it's still on point. I think I'm going to make steaks tonight. I do love me some red meat. For everyone keeping score at home, we still only have one fully functional bathroom, but there may have been a breakthrough with our insurance company. So I'll let you guys know in about 8 to 10 weeks. Yeah. As in 6 months hasn't been long enough. Those bastages. Friggin' bastages is what they are. Guys, I finally finished Numbers in the Bible, and that's a read. That is a read. I just started Deuteronomy 3 days ago, so I just finished my third, I guess the chapters or pieces or however you number them. I just finished number 3 this morning, and this is, I believe, Moses starts it, but then someone else ends it. It's from about covers a year, because I think this is when Moses goes up. So yeah, because Aaron passes in Numbers, so then Moses passes in this one. Then I guess is it Joshua or Isaac? I can't remember. I apologize. But who takes over to lead the Israelites? Because some of them have stayed on one side of the Jordan, and now some of them across the other side of the Jordan. And then Moses isn't allowed to go to the Promised Land. He's only allowed to look off the mountain and look at all the land that they will receive, because he made a no. So God had to let him know. Sorry, bro, you don't get to make it, but don't worry, you're going to heaven. So it's all good. That's all that matters to me, bro. I don't need to see the Promised Land. I just know I just want to go to heaven and be with Father God. That's my big thing. Yeah. Gonna get some writing done either today or tomorrow. Not just because I like to write, but I need to do it for class. But we'll get to that when we get to the school stuff. What else we got? Oh yeah. So I had the migraine this morning, which I thought was hilarious. Yesterday, my first day with no caffeine, I got a case of the dropsies. I think I dropped pretty much 3/4 of an apple on the floor, which I just had to trash that. And I just kept dropping shit, just dropping stuff. And then I tripped my flip-flop, got my flip flop on. And then when I went out to the garage, I opened the door. You know how your door goes right over your toe sometimes? Oh, I caught the top of my big toe. Wow. Fire right there. Missing a lot of flesh on the right big toe. I guess this stuff just happens when you don't do caffeine, but the hair, it doesn't affect the hair apparently. It's still coming in like a champ. But this morning, another thing was funny. I thought it was funny because I was there to make sure everything is fine. So normally, my 3 Yorkies are absolutely psychopaths. They are just psychopaths. They see a bird outside or something like that, they go crazy. Well, every once in a while, my 18-year-old, she's 18 now, our 18-year-old Chihuahua, well, all of a sudden she'll get some piss and vinegar in her, and she thinks she's a young puppy, and she'll go, get busy with those things. They'll just fight and do whatever and play, basically just playing. So this morning, well, not so much early this morning, but later on this morning, they went to fly outside like they normally do because they saw a bird, and they go out there crazy. And then Mimi, she's 18 years old. She comes flying out like just a freaking, just like she's some old school badass, but she's old and she starts to stumble and fall, crashes into the other 3. Poor little Mocha is at the end. She gets hit and falls into the pool. This is her first time falling in the pool. So I'm just like, oh man, you guys are ridiculous. I walk over. Of course, she can't figure out how to get to the thing. She's just sitting there trying to doggy paddle. So I just reach in and pull her out. Man, what a bunch of goofball dogs. But you got to keep an eye on them, especially when they get a little crazy around the pool. Because, they fight each other to see who gets to bark at the neighbor dogs. It doesn't make sense. They just like drama, I guess. What else we got here? No, I think I went over all that. Oh, yes. Episode 6 of my toy show dropped on Tuesday, and episode 7 is ready to go for next Tuesday. And hopefully tomorrow I'll have time to do episode 8. And man, do I got some good stuff for this episode. So, all right, man. That was nice. 7 minutes in. First part of the show done. Nice little intro. What's everyone sipping on? Of course, I got my raw milk and my and my sandwich. I remember. It's one of those days, man. It's Saturday. And I'm not watching the Super Bowl tomorrow or commercials. NFL is dead to me. It's been dead to me for a long time. Oh, nice. Glass of wine. Check me out. I got my mineral water. Love my mineral water. The funny thing is, I forgot to bring up regular water. But it is Saturday, and I am off a little bit by that. All right, guys, on to the first named segment of the show, the social media segment, because we're not just here live. Apparently, yeah, exactly. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's not Friday somewhere, but it's definitely 5 o'clock somewhere. Sometimes I got to come in on a Saturday because you know what? Life just says you need to do that. So that's what we did. We took yesterday off to come in and knock the show out today. All right, guys. Speaking of social media, you can find us over on X, formerly known as Twitter at TJWIMZ, Instagram at TJWIMZ, Facebook and LinkedIn at TJWIMBS as in bullshit or bullshiza, and I'm also on IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, at imdb.me/TJWIMBS as in bullshit or bullshiza, as I like to say. I used to do the other day at Kia. It kills, man. That joke kills all the time when I spell it. How do you spell your name, sir? WIMBS is in bullshit. And it kills. I love it. Absolutely freaking love it. A couple new breakfast videos are up on X. And other than that, we just got the new toy show that dropped episode 6. Got some really, really cool toys on there. My G.I. Joe classified collection is awesome. The retro, that's my big thing I'm going for, is the retro, to try to get all the stuff that I had when I was a kid. And so far I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 from my childhood. Of course, these are the 6-inch figures, not the 3 3/4 that I played with when I was a kid. Although the old school G.I. Joes, the big ones were out, and they just had did that and they actually wore clothes and shit. That was it was my time, but a little bit late in my time. So I really didn't start collecting them until the 3 3/4. I didn't have any of the larger G.I. Joes. My buddy Eric had a bunch of them. He had a ton of them, and we played with those. But when the 3 3/4 came out, that was all it was about, because they were the same size as Star Wars. So it's like, boom, you got extra action figures. Your Sergeant Slaughters with it. I mean, Sergeant Slaughters, yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah, your Sergeant Slaughters with this, not Sergeant Slaughter, dang it, Sergeant Rock. That's what it was. Your Sergeant Rocks with the exact same size. A lot of action figures were all in that 3 3/4 at the time. It was real popular, so they all played well together. I mean, you guys, your GI Joes, your GI Joes, but your He-Man, which were pretty huge, but they had to be their big bodybuilders. All the other ones they mashed up well, and you can use. That was a cool thing, is like you can take stuff from Star Wars and play with your GI Joes and vice versa, and whatever you wanted. They all worked together so well. 2 new subscribers this week. We have 471 subscribers. And of course, we have Shannon, who's coming in on a Saturday live with a little glass of wine, chilling. And she's just enjoying her new grandbaby. That is so freaking awesome. I'm so happy for you guys. Make babies, populate America. Let's do that. We need that. All right, guys, we flew through the social media section. Not a lot going on. Sorry about that. I think a little peanut butter, and I'm a little bit clamped. On to the next session. TJ Hollywood Seconds. You may have heard this before, but I'm going to tell you again because I want to. We have no news. There's no news this week worthy of me writing it down on that paper. Sorry, guys. And tomorrow is the Super Bowl. Not watching it. Don't care. Hey, but if you're out, what I certainly do care about is if you're in Phoenix and you're like, oh man, Sunday, I'm in Phoenix and I need to go to church. Hit me up. We'll go to City Church, 9 a.m., 10:45. You let me know. And then afterwards, if we go early, we can hit the farmer's market afterwards, or we go to lunch, brunch, whatever. Yeah, we can go get some breakfast. I don't care. I love breakfast. I can eat breakfast. Oh, you know what that is? I heard the brakes outside. That means the Amazon truck just pulled up. And so Mando stays at the window and waits for trucks to bark at. So that's where we're at right now. And then you hear Vader doing his fake growl. Oh, there they go. What's on TV and what am I watching? I'm not watching Landman yet. Not watching that yet. I watched the first episode of Fallout, and I'm going to go yell at the dogs real quick. I think I have to. Yep. 1 second. That's enough. Yay. They're just little poo-poo heads sometimes. I'll tell you what, man. I mean, I get it. They're trying to protect the house, but they're not protecting the house from the Amazon people. They don't get that part. That's the part they don't understand. First grandchild on both sides. Ooh, that baby is going to be spoiled. I know, because I was a first grandbaby. Being the first grandbaby, that's a flex. That is a super flex when you're a kid being the first grandbaby. Yep. Super flex. Love Island UK All Stars. You know, I'm addicted to that horrible show, watching that, loving it, loving the drama. And that's all it's been. Drama. There are no strong couples. Finished season 5 of The Chosen. It ends with Jesus being arrested after Judah comes over to identify him by kissing him on the cheek. And that's how it ends. Looking forward to season 6 and possibly season 7. What an incredible, absolutely incredible show that is The Chosen. Phenomenal. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend that very, very, very much. Guys, we are flying along. I'm going to have another sip of my mineral water. And then we go on right into the last section this weekend. Film school. Just me and Shannon chilling on a Saturday afternoon. Oh, man. English class, we are breaking down essays, which is good because I'm not good at writing essays. I can write scripts, but I cannot write essays. So we're working on that right now. It's going well. I think I'm doing okay in that class. I think I've got an 88 right now. In anatomy and physiology, I'm not doing well in that class. And honestly, I don't think anyone in my class is. I think literally every single person in that class failed the histology test on Thursday. Quiz or whatever it was. And I'd like to call some serious bullshit on that because I had correct answers, but I ain't gonna talk about it. Whatever. I'm just calling bullshit. That's all I'm calling. Just bullshit. And I think that this class is probably going to be bullshit all year, which means I'm just going to have to, bite my tongue and do my best to try to get through the bullshit. I think that might be the only way I'm getting through anatomy and physiology if I'm keeping it real, which I like to do. In script writing, yeah, to this weekend we have to turn in, which I'll be working on this whole, starting today and tomorrow is my TV series pilot. It's a 1 hour pilot, and I write backwards, which is rough for this one because I have to have everything up to the commercial break turned in pretty soon. I think it's like in 2 weeks, maybe in a week and a half. So definitely going to work on that. And then, all the other stuff that we've done for the other things is you got to get breakdowns for all the characters. You have to do a treatment. You have to have log lines, not just for the season, but for the episodes and all that. So I have to work on all that. I'll be turning that in tomorrow, most likely, and then just keep working on the opening of the script and just try to get that farther. Because writing backwards is not helping when you have to turn it in forward. So definitely need to get up on that. I will be crushing on that today and tomorrow, definitely tomorrow morning before church. 100%. Otherwise, I forget anything else. I think we're just flying through. This is great. Yeah, so Deuteronomy, that's what I'm on. Yeah, we're good to go. That's awesome, man. 15 minutes in. Thank you, Shannon, so much for coming out. And I am so happy for you and your entire family and for the entire world. That right, blessing like that is just great for the entire planet. I am so happy for you guys. All right, well, can't really think of much else, stay safe, and just be good. Let me give thanks real quick. And you guys have a great one. And I'm out. This what?